Welcome to MotoGP Mac. In today's video, we're going to talk about the race that just happened for the Hungarian Grand Prix at Balaton Park. Now, before we get into it, here's how it finished. Marc Marquez won it from Pedro Acosta, Marco Bezzecchi, Jorge Martin, Luca Marini, Franco Morbidelli, Brad Binder, Pol Espargaro, Pecco Bagnaia, Fabio Quartararo, Aya Agura, Miguel Oliveira, Alex Rins, Alex Marquez, Fabio Di Giannantonio, and Fermin Aldeguer was the last one across the line. Johan Zarco crashed, Jack Miller crashed, Raul Fernandez crashed, Joan Mir crashed, and Enea Bastianini crashed. So this race, to be fair, was a little bit better than yesterday's dull sprint race. There was a bit of action in today's race, but still saying that, it was really only in the first few laps and the last few laps that we did see any real action. It did get quite dull during the middle of it. But saying that, when the race got underway, Bezzecchi got a good start. Marquez nearly came off in corner 2 into 3 while battling with Marco. And he had a bit of work to do there. But saying that, you always knew that Marc had 7-8 tenths of a second on everyone in the field. So it was just a matter of time of where he leveled him on the brakes and pulled the gap. And as soon as he did, 7-8 tenths of a second, pulled a gap in the first lap after getting past Bezzecchi, and then he was out to like 1.6 seconds within 2 laps. So pretty comfortable. And again, Marc winning a race at the slowest pace. Pedro Acosta, to be fair to him, had a really good ride, up 5 spots from where he started. Was quite aggressive when he needed to be aggressive. I did think that he would make the similar mistake yesterday. He was getting quite frustrated behind Bezzecchi, but once he got past, he pulled clear and there was no issue for him. Marco Bezzecchi, again, rode a great race. Ran out of tyre. I would think, if I'm honest, he was on the soft tyre, but just ran out of tyre towards the end. Jorge Martin, probably one of my riders of the day, actually. Up 12 places. Yes, I said 12 places. Some, were people crashing out in front of him, but his pace was there and it was legitimate pace. It was good to see him, and only 4 seconds behind his teammate, which is a really, really, really good, solid performance. Luca Marini, another standout rider for me across the weekend, if I'm honest. Solid top 5. Franco Morbidelli, had a good battle with Marini, actually. Didn't lose a second, and when he ran off, and was told to give 1 place back. Brad Binder there on solid pace as well. Again, not so bad for him, but then saying that, he is 8 seconds behind his teammate. Pecco Bagnaia, weird day again for Pecco, but the pace looked a little bit better, but he will happily say goodbye to Balaton Park. And, the next couple of weeks for Pecco are going to be very interesting mentally to see what he can do with the bike. Fabio Quartararo, down 4 spots from where he started. Yamaha were always going to struggle here, but with the long lap penalty, just kind of was the nail in the coffin for Fabio's day. Aya Agura, up 10 places from when he finished where he started. Yes, mostly a lot of that was people crashing out in front of him, etc., or issues. So, but still saying that, an okay ride from him. I won't say it's amazing, but it was okay. Miguel Oliveira, at least he finished. But again, you would expect a little bit more from him. 19 seconds behind Marc, which is quite a lot. Saying that, Alex Rins was 22 seconds behind. So not really a good day for Yamaha. Alex Marquez crashed, remounted, still managed to score a couple of points, but not a good weekend really for Alex Marquez. Fabio Di Giannantonio had a problem on the warm-up lap with his bike. It's kind of strange that they didn't, but I guess I'd say, they thought they were going to fix it on the grid. They didn't, and then he had to start from the pit lane. Fermin Aldeguer crashed, remounted, and that was all she wrote really. Johan Zarco had a high-speed crash, to be fair. It was good to see that he was up and walking. Miller also crashed. Raul Fernandez crashed into the gravel, and Johan Mir had gravel sympathy for him and decided that he was going to join him. And Enea Bastianini lost the front. Really, really lucky actually not to get hit by any other bike when he was sliding across the track. All in all, look, it's definitely a dull race. There was some excitement, but again, you know, the field got spread, or it was single lane traffic for a lot of it. There were some passes, to be fair. TV crews were under a bit of pressure. They had to go try and find battles around the track because the front was so spread out. Like between first and fourth, there was 11 seconds. So it was a bit spread out. Not sure how long we're going to be in racing in Balson Park. You know, the other classes got on no problem there, but maybe it is just too tricky for MotoGP, or too small or too tight. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What did you think of the race at Balloton Park? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.